INAudio presents FIC, Why Fanfiction is Taking Over the World, by Jamison. Foreword by Lev Grossman. Read for you by Courtney Bailey. Art isn't your pet, it's your kid. It grows up and talks back to you. Joss Whedon. Foreword. In 1966, 3 things happened that changed the way we think about fiction. First, Jean Rhys published Wide Sargasso Sea, her feverish reimagining of the story of Bertha Mason, Mr. Rochester's first wife, from Charlotte Bronte's novel Jane Eyre. That same year saw the first performance at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival of Tom Stoppard's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which expands and improvises upon the brief lives of 2 hapless supernumeraries from Shakespeare's Hamlet. The third thing that happened that year was the premiere, on September 8, 1966, of Star Trek. It would run for only 3 seasons, but Star Trek was one of the first shows to attract not only an audience, but a fan community, a group of people who collectively discussed it and analyzed it and criticized it and obsessed over it. Eventually, the Star Trek fandom became so intense that the canonical fabric of the show itself was no longer enough for it. The fans needed more than the show's creators could give them. So, they staged a revolution. They seized, as revolutionaries do, the means of production. They began publishing and circulating mimeographed zines about Star Trek, with names like Spockanalia and T-negative. It's Spock's blood type, containing, along with articles, essays, and editorials and fan art, Fanfiction, original, unsanctioned stories about the characters from the show, set in the world of the show. It's unlikely that Jean Rhys or Tom Stoppard would have been much tempted to contribute to the pages of Spockanalia, had they even known it existed. But in a way, they and the Spockanalians were engaged in very much the same project. The breaking down of a long-standing state of affairs that made stories and characters the exclusive province of their authors, and that locked readers and viewers into a state of mute passivity. In Spockanalia, the fans dared to raise their voices and speak back to the TV screen, in the TV screen's language, the language of narrative, just as Rhys spoke back to Bronte and Stoppard spoke back to Shakespeare. They turned reading and viewing from an act of silent consumption into one of active conversation. In doing so, they changed our whole relationship to story. They were coming at it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?